Actually, I do know how to pull it back. I've done it.
No, don't do that.
Absolutely chilling.
I won't, don't worry. I know you're scared.
Yaser Said rolls the camera as daughter Amina eerily points his gun at him. Perhaps the very same weapon he would allegedly soon use to shoot Amina and her sister Sarah to death in a taxi. And maybe also the same gun their Aunt Jill says Yaser used to terrify, intimidate, and threaten the teenagers when he would fly into wild fits of rage.
He would wake them girls up in the middle of the night waving a gun, threatening them that they were going to do what he says, or he was killing them.
Amina reportedly told friends and family members her father also physically abused them, just as he allegedly abused their mother, Patricia.
You know, he used to beat the girls. He'd beat the girls.
Amina sent emails to friends detailing what her father did to her, claiming, "He kicks me in the stomach, kicked me in the face with his boots, tells me to sit up, whore."
She would tell me more and more, just horror stories about him, basically.
But none more sickening than the allegation that Yaser abused his daughters in the worst way imaginable when Amina was just 9 and Sarah 8.
They told their grandmother, Patricia's mother, that Yaser had been messing with them.
And by that you mean sexually?
Sexually abusing them, yes.
Mom Patricia moved out with the kids and reported the incident to the police.
They talked to Amina, they talked to Sarah. You ought to get the transcript and read it. You'd be shocked at what these little girls said that he did to them.
We did, in fact, read the police report, and yes, the girls actually accused their father of raping them.
Do you believe that the girls were telling the truth?
Yes, I do.
But then Amina and Sarah suddenly recanted their story.
And that was investigated by the Hill County Sheriff's Office, and the charges were later dropped by them.
But the kids' Aunt Jill claims Amina told family members that her mom and dad forced them to say they'd made it up.
Yaser and her made the kids recant their story and say that it didn't happen to keep him out of jail.
It could be that they felt pressured or they were scared and didn't want to see that parent get in trouble.
Now Yaser was free to allegedly continue abusing his daughters well into their teens.
Don't even think about it.
Sarah sleep with her pants? Good, that's for record, Dashan. People see how you sleep with your clothes.
Man!
Nice legs.
This home video Yaser shot in his daughter's bedroom is just plain creepy.
Very nice.
What? You were there!
Oh.
Get out! I'm erasing this tape.
No, you can't.
Yes, I will.
Are you drunk?
This is illegal. Do I videotape you when you're sleeping?
Do you think that those videotapes support the possibility that they were sexually abused?
Definitely, that footage supports the fact that he was very abusive to them.
There were no more allegations of sexual abuse, but these interactions Yaser videotaped with Sarah and Amina appear to have some troubling sexual overtones that obviously made his daughters squirm.
Wow, look at these eyes. If I put my eye on you.
I'm gonna get sick now. Okay, turn it off, Dad.
But Yaser reportedly didn't want any other men looking at his daughters without his approval.
He believed in arranged marriages and didn't like the girls having boyfriends.
In fact, Jill says Yaser was already trying to find them husbands in his own homeland.
He had took Amina when she was 16 to Egypt and tried to marry her to a 40-something-year-old man. And Amina said no.
But Ruth Trotter, the mother of boyfriend Joseph, who Amina kept secret from her father, says Yaser wouldn't take no for an answer.
She told my son that her father had plans for both girls once they graduated to be in a forced marriage. And that's why they were going to Egypt during the summers, because he was introducing her to men that, I guess, potential suitors.
And they would go to the highest bidder.
Yes.
Amina and Sarah were horrified
You know, they were American girls. They wanted to love who they wanted to love.
I got a TV.
and enjoy the freedom that was afforded to their older brother, Islam.
Show the TV.
Yeah, and he likes me more than y'all, so.
Yaser treated Islam a lot different from what I've been told. The boys in the Muslim family are very respected.
That's what they believe. The guys can do what they want to. He was just always so different from the girls.
Yaser kept constant guard on Amina and Sarah, reportedly using cameras and other spying techniques to monitor their every movement.
It's almost as if he had his daughters under surveillance.
Yes, and as they got older, I believe that, you know, as kids get older, you start to lose a little bit of that control, and I don't think he liked that.
It's alleged Yaser had bugged their cars and was getting into their computers and phones.
He was checking cell phone bills, finding numbers on the cell phones. He would go back and then he would call those phone numbers to find out if the number belonged to a male or female, to see who they were talking to.
And Yaser went on high alert after his daughters began working part-time at a local store.
How long you been working there?
2.5 weeks.
That's only, and you make you supervisor?
Yep.
Wow.
This is Yaser staking out the store with his camera rolling, spying on Sarah while Amina is in the car with him.
She can't see us from inside, right?
Oh.
Huh?
No.
And he becomes enraged.
She smiled to the customers.
Bubba, she has to. Part of her job.
She's in trouble.
How would you describe a father trailing his daughters and videotaping them at work and at school and outside and in the backyard?
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's real creepy, and he did it all the time.
Then Yaser would make a discovery that cops say would prove fatal for Amina and Sarah.
Our belief is that this is what drove him to ultimately kill them.
Next, the tragic Romeo and Juliet romance of Amina and her secret sweetheart.
We both felt like what we had was very real, and it was very, very much worth fighting for, and to her it was worth dying for.